Hi guys, welcome back to the Far Side of Normal. So we are going to discuss this week, last week's new webisode, which was entitled White Flag. And if you watch the video, it's a little bit of a sensitive subject. We were supposed to film a different webisode, but things fell through. And so I honestly think that this was meant to be with the timing. If you don't know, the topic was suicide. And so in the webisode, one of the cleaners that the girls knew committed suicide, and they found her body and a suicide note. So this was a heavy webisode, but I've been wanting to address it for a while because in recent weeks and months, there's been a couple of high-profile celebrities, if you will, that have died by suicide. And it's been really unfortunate, but it's also brought suicide awareness and mental illness and the struggles to the forefront, at least in the media and in the entertainment world, whereas typically they don't delve into deep or so personal subjects or topics with quote unquote celebrities. It's more fluff and puff, but I felt like with their passings, two of the biggest ones were Kate Spade, who was the designer, and then Anthony Bourdain, who was the food guy that traveled around the globe and wanted to have meals with people to get people to common ground. And so those were two of the main ones that have happened in recent times. Sorry about the lighting in the phone. I've been doing this, so I guess I could take these off, but it's a cleaning kind of day, so yeah. And truth be told, it's been a little bit of a stressful week. We've had a couple of friends that have gone through a lot, and so they're struggling right now. And truth be told, a few are struggling with depression. So it's kind of in the forefront of my mind. I think the webisode was really well done because you get to see how people react differently to death and situations like this. Some people internalize it, like you saw Bree did. What she did was kind of stuff all of her feelings, and she sat down and she drank alone. Kat was the opposite, where she wanted to talk about things and she wanted to reach out and connect with another person, and she wanted physical comfort, i.e. you had Kat and Connor in their hotel room. I did that on purpose because people do handle grief and struggle and hardships differently, and one way is not right or wrong, it's just different than the other. And whatever way you cope, as long as it's not harmful, I guess it could be a good thing. Well, I guess drinking a lot is bad. Dean does it all the time, and so it's probably not the best way to handle it, but if that's what you have to do to cope for a minute and then jump back in it, yes. I appreciated the way that Connor handled the situation as well. He let Kat talk and express herself and her struggle and her just, this is not how things were supposed to go. And he was okay with that. But then he also shared a little bit about how he gets through, hard times, which for him and Jake, neck or nothing, like they've always been there for each other, and he wouldn't want it any other way. And so just him also sharing how he gets through hard times was encouraging, because I think sometimes we feel like no one else is going through hard times, but people are. They may not talk about it or discuss it, but they may be going through challenging times that no one knows about. So I appreciated that Connor expressed, when we're having bad times or challenging times, or I'm going through a rough patch, it's me and Jake, neck or nothing. I appreciated that. And then also when Kat wanted physical comfort, i.e. sex, he was a gentleman first. And so I appreciate, and I on purpose put the line in there, I will comfort you, but not like this. And so that's why they laid down and he just kind of held Kat, and that was the end of the scene. He wanted to be there for her and he wanted to comfort her, but in a way that was not shady or sleazy, or like he said, I don't want you to have any regrets about this. And if it's our first time, I don't want it to be something that's associated with sadness or death or bad feelings or sad feelings. And so I appreciated that as well with Connor being a gentleman and a man, because it does take a man to turn down a woman, honestly, when she's not in the best headspace. There's this new country song that reminds me of that scene as well, and it's called Take a Drunk Girl Home. I don't know who sings it, but it says you can find out the difference between a boy and a man, take a drunk girl home. And basically one will do right by her and protect her, and the other one will kind of compromise her, so to speak. So that was Connor and Kat. And then Bree, she didn't handle it so well, or she probably didn't handle it in the best way, i.e. just drinking and then going to bed and just kind of stuffing it like a turkey. But the split screen was to show the different ways that the characters handled their grief and their struggle as well. So I'm going to put at the bottom of the description the National Prevention Suicide Hotline, also the boys' suicide line, and the You're Not Alone information, because it is a huge topic, and I think it's one that in recent days and weeks and months has been getting more publicity because it's happening more. I don't think it's happened more or less, but I think with all that's going on in the world right now, people are more overwhelmed, I guess, and outlets seem to be fewer. You have our politics and our racism and our hate crimes and our divisions and our, economic stresses. And so there's all these things going on. But at the end of the day, you have to remember, please, that one, you're not alone. Two, there is someone there to help you and that wants to help you and will come alongside you in these struggles and fights. And please, three, reach out and share with someone when you're going through a hard time, no matter what it is. I'm grateful because I have the same phone number I've had for ever. And I mean forever, because I have friends all over the world, literally in different countries. And so I always tell people, please call me, no matter what time, day or night. And I have people take me up on that. And I'd rather have them do that than the alternative, which is not feel like someone cares for them or is there. So if you are that friend, continue to be that friend, because people need you and they may not ever let you know how much, but you're needed and you're important. Two, if you're the person that's always strong, like I usually am, and you're the strong friend, I want to encourage people that are not the strong friend or that have a friend that's always like Supergirl or Superman. Reach out to your strong friends and just check in on them, because even Superman had kryptonite. Do you know what I mean? And he also had people that were there for him. On Smallville, it was Chloe and it was Pete. In the actual comics, it was Lois Lane and, But make sure that your strong friends are continuing to be strong, because even they sometimes need to borrow someone's strength. That's all I have for this week. Next week, we'll talk about the breakdown of it, kind of behind the scenes. A few tips and tricks about the shower logistics, which was pretty cool, I think. And we'll show you some pictures. There may not be a new webisode for a couple weeks because there's just going to be an announcement. And we may have to change the format up, but hang in there. It's hump day, but you can do it. Until next time, sweet Deans and sweet Sams.